Now let's define the perspective. And this is very important in that it helps you focus on what data you need to collect. And so the perspective is from the viewpoint in which the evaluation is being conducted. What costs are paid and what benefits are received. Okay, who receives the cost and who receives the benefits. And for an example, a donor that gives a fund for whatever public health program is very interested in the benefit that their work does to the society. Even though the money is going to the Ministry of Health, they want to know how does the society benefit from this intervention. Are kids living longer? Are they staying in school? Has the growth of the economy increased? They also are interested, in the deaths of people. But with the Ministry of Health, they're mainly concerned about their budget, how much is it going to cost them, how much resources are going to be needed. Also, if the intervention actually works, if it prevents the number of deaths. They're not as concerned as if the economy's growth has increased, if kids are continuing to stay in school. That is not part of their responsibility. They are only interested in the health of the people. So that gives you an idea of the two different perspectives. So let me give you an example. Let's say you buy an app and you pay $3 for that app. From your perspective, you paid $3 for this nice, great app to do whatever. Okay? And this app does everything you want. And you're satisfied. Okay? So from your perspective, your cost was $3. And the benefit is this nice, wonderful app that improved your life. From the developer of the app's perspective, they gain $3 in revenue from you, but it only cost them $1. So they make a profit of $2. Yes, they designed the app so that you can be happy and your life is all satisfied. But that's not really what they're thinking about. They have a profit of $2 from you. So that gives you an idea of the perspective and the angles that you should be looking at when you start determining what data to collect in order to do your analysis. So some examples, we already talked a little bit about societal perspective, but a more broader definition is that from a society's perspective, all costs and all benefits are included in the analysis, no matter who bears the cost or who receives the benefits. Everything's included. So the other perspective from the Ministry of Health, let me talk a little bit about that. Now, what does the Ministry of Health have to do? What costs do they have to incur in order to implement this intervention? And usually the benefits that they are looking for are health-related benefits. Do we prevent deaths, hospitalizations, and so forth? But we also have the patient's perspective. For example, for a patient that goes in for cancer-related treatment, they have to bear, if there are any co-pays they have to pay, if they have to have transportation to go to the treatment facility, but they also have some fatigue issues. They have to deal with chemo. They may be very sick. They may be away from work because they have to go to receive the treatment, but also they're too weak to go into work. All those things cost that patient money. But those things do not go into the Ministry of Health's perspective. Okay? But everything I just said goes into the societal's perspective. So you see that based upon perspective, what data you have to collect.